Okay, so here's what nobody's telling you in the marketplace. You have a good offer. I know you do. I know you've taken the time and the energy to think about what you want to put out into the marketplace. If you're anything like me, you probably got a half a dozen. I probably got 200 different offers and different opportunities. And I always thought the reason they didn't do well was because of the offer itself. Like if I just added more value and if I was able to just like restructure it, or if I came up with a new angle, that's what I thought it was. But in today's video, I want to show you why some offers print and others collect dust, the reason your offer isn't selling, and it has nothing to do with your offer. Okay, so the first thing that we need to look at, and the most important thing, what I do for all of my clients when they come into my world, is I help them identify an underserved market. If you take your product, your offer, your service, however you want to package it, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is you're selling, most of the time we're talking about services and consulting. But if we want to take that out to the marketplace and say that this is for every coach, consultant, and expert, blah, 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 what do you think is going to happen? Nobody considers themselves a coach, consultant, expert, maybe 10, 20 people in the world. But I mean, like, we don't call ourselves that. So we need to meet our market where it's at. And today I'm going to share with you a 4-step framework that I use to uncover this gold, so you could just start printing money yourself and making some cash. Sound good? All right, let's get it. So the first thing that we need to figure out is results. Who can we get the biggest results for? And I'm not talking about, like, obviously we want to tap into who we've gotten results for in the past, but I'm not talking about like little results. I'm talking about tangible, trackable results that we can get for a business. If you can't do that, you will never have an offer. Without getting too deep into it, I want to keep it at a high level. Results is a pattern. And then once you identify that pattern, that becomes your core offer. That brings me to step number 2. Let's go. Resources and assets. So once we know that we can get results for a group of people, what resources and assets do they need to have in place to make it unreasonable for you to fail? Think about it. If you think about your best clients and the people that you get the best results for, what assets did they have in place? Did they have email lists, social media followings? What resources did they have? Budget? Did they have audience? And when you start thinking this way, you can get really clear on who this is and how you want to serve them. And the next one, affinity. What does affinity mean? Affinity is a funny word. It's essentially, what do you have in common with that marketplace? So this could be looked at, there's like psychographics and demographics. This can be looked at like a demographic. Like, are they Christian entrepreneurs? Are they Christian speakers? Are you talking to ex-con marketers? Are you talking to divorced widows? Are you talking to, or divorced or widows? Or like, what is the thing that you have going on in your life, your thoughts, beliefs, and values, that you could apply to the overall market, making yourself uniquely qualified to speak to those individuals? And the big misconception that I see is that they're like, oh, I don't want to niche down, right? Here, I'll get into that in a second. Let me give you the last one. Oh, this is it. Here. So, and this is the biggest sign. They're already spending money on half-baked ideas and terrible solutions. We see this all the time. You see people that are like marketing and you're like, oh my God, like this is not going to solve that problem well, but they're still selling millions of dollars. Why? Because they are starving. They're a starving market. And I'll do a little doodle for you to just drive this point home. So let's say this is the marketplace. And then let's say you're going after coaches, consultants, experts, blah, 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 blah. That's this portion of the market, right? B2B businesses. Now, you can go after just coaches. You can go after just consultants. You can go after just experts. But what I'm telling you and what I'm seeing that's working well, you combine who you get the biggest result for, who has the best resources, who has the affinity, and who's already spending money on solutions. And that sliver is like this. It's a tiny little sliver, right? And in our calls, in the offer calls that we sell with our clients, we show them how to do this to multiple markets so they're not just limited to one market. But in this market, if you're not making $2 to $5 million, this market will change your life. There's so many people inside of this that are related to this, that are looking and hungry for results. They already have everything you need to be successful. They're aligned with you as a human being. And ultimately, they are already spending money on solutions. And all you have to do is get in front of them. And they'll be like, let me buy that. Like, how much easier would that be to put something into the marketplace and have them snap it up and buy it right away? This happens. It has nothing to do with your offer. Here is the analogy that I normally give, right? So I'm not going to draw it. I'll speak it because I don't want to draw a candy bar. It'll look like a turd. But like think of a rebranding of a candy bar. You have a chocolate bar, and let's say it's wrapped in a Mars container, right? Package. Cool. That's a Mars bar. You take that same chocolate bar and you wrap it in a Snickers package. That's now a Snickers. This is essentially what we're doing, is we're repackaging the front end, and the offer, right? Stays the same and does not change. And then we can do this at scale. We can do this in multiple markets and build and grow and scale our business. So who's got the results? Who's got the resources and assets? Who do you have an affinity with? And who's already spending to solve that problem? When you have this, my friends, we are printing cash. And it's not just me talking. I want to show you a live example. And I'll drop this in the show notes so you can see it as well and read it. I'm not going to go into complete detail. But our offer first method has 6 components: align it, validate it, build it, promote it, staff it, and scale it. When people come into our world, we mostly focus on this align it and validate it stage. In that stage, Dawn here, a very, very fabulous, smart, talented copywriter, booked solid, had great clients. We were able to generate her, without her doing absolutely everything, $39,991. That kind of money not being directly connected to your skills and your effort is a big deal. And you can read the case study, you can click it, it's down below and read it. But this isn't just like a hypothetical thing. This works. And if you want to learn about this in your business, you want to find the starving, underserved market in your business where your existing proof makes you the obvious choice, I'd be happy to do so. We are currently selling for a limited time $97 to book a call, normally $297. And in that call, we identify that starving market for your business, give you USP, and then we look over your offer. And we give you an opportunity to get it done faster by working with us. But ultimately, you could just come to this call, take this information, and run. We are booked solid, and we're selling out consistently, and we're getting people a lot of results. So it's pretty exciting. If this is something that you need in your business, I'll be happy to share it with you. and give you some of my time to help you grow and scale your business. If that makes sense, click the link down below, book your call, and I'll talk soon. Hopefully you found this valuable, and go out. Who's got your results? Who's got your resources and assets? Who do you have an affinity with? And ultimately, what are they already buying and spending money on? It's just like picking up the breadcrumbs, right? And then we got to connect it back to us, which is the alignment piece, which is missing from here. But at the end of the day, you do this, you can build yourself a very successful business. And it's not based on your offer, right? That stays the same. It's based on who. Hopefully that serves you. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Peace.